Zobena with a fanka, Cavania one yopsa, Foke Asuji one ba, Wiriji sake neke ba, come on and ayena, Bala lima kimo, we have in tamda, ayua, yo. Bless up. Hello, beautiful people. It's your boy, Mr. Leo. I am an artist, singer, songwriter, producer, and I am on Hall of Fame with darling Leonga.
Yay! You're welcome back, Mr. Leo.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure having you.
Always a pleasure to be here.
How have you been?
The stress of life is inevitable, so I've always been good.
Okay.
But I just keep in mind that it's not always perfect.
Okay, so it's been like 7 months ever since you
Yeah.
came. What has changed in your life?
Well, with me, it's always a gradual, step up each time I'm trying to achieve something. So there's been a lot of progress with me, but it's been very gradual, and that's how I like it. Because the idea is not to move fast. It's also not to move slow. It's to move correctly. So, so far everything is good. I can't say everything. That's why we keep working. But so far, as Mr. Leo, as Lion Production, we've made huge progress.
Okay. Now, I know, I'm sure that you watched your interview on Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So there was just a lot going on social media. What exactly were you expecting?
So, for me, right, each time I'm in the front of a camera, I just try to be real with myself, especially when I'm talking about stuff that are real to me, stuff that I went through. It's not another person's picture I'm painting, It's my story I'm telling. It's a life I lived, I was part of it. So for me, I just made sure I was real with the interview. And after I did it, it felt like any other good interview I did. But I was really shocked with the outcome. Immediately the interview came out. It was like that interview shut down the whole internet like for 2 weeks,
straight.
like straight back to back. So big ups to you for the interview. It was good. I loved it.
Yeah, now you seeing how your former artists, your former kids, because they were like siblings, seeing how they're being dragged online and everything. How did you feel?
I felt bad, to be honest, because like I told you that day, right? If you take note, I was resisting. I didn't really want to talk about that because I know amongst the 3 of us, or the people I work with, I am the one who is a little bit up.
Yeah.
So I have to be cautious about what I say because anything I say, real or not, true or not, it has the way it affects them who are coming from the other side. So I was resisting a lot to talk about it, but I had to because there was already so many versions and I had not said something concrete about it. And it just came to that point where I was like, maybe I should be done with protecting people's emotions and how people are going to feel and just take care of myself for once and just be real and tell people the truth like it is rather than just maybe smile about it besides all the rumors. And plus they have been talking, that's the funny thing about it. And a lot of stuff that is not even what it's supposed to be from the explanation. So that was just the one opportunity I had to really go deep and really talk about this and tell the people what really happened. And that's why I ended the interview by saying, I have no problem. I wish anybody well wherever they are, but you can't stop me from saying the truth if I really want to. And if we accept that we should take responsibility for our actions as adults, if the truth catches up with you somehow, just take responsibility, repair what you have to repair, fix what you have to fix. If you feel like you don't need to fix anything, just move on.
Okay.
You know, for me, it's life. Nothing really. There's nothing we're inventing there. People have had interviews. People have had situations like that. You know, so it's about making progress and changing the story. We are explaining that story so that next time the story should be different. That's how I see it. You know, I'm just. I was just worried about how people started looking at them, which was not the aim, you know. But even with that, at the time, it will still die down. So
Okay.
I wish everybody anywhere they are.
Now let's talk about life after the Left Lion production. How has it been?
Yeah.
And aside from that, we found during that your former crew no longer with you. Why? What happened?
When you say my former crew, it sounds like everybody. It's not everybody. So, I once watched this interview of Snoop Dogg, and Uncle Snoop was saying that in life, we come together to lean on each other's shoulder so that we make progress, because you cannot really do it on your own. But how far you are going to go as a person is determined by what you built on your way up, how much you work, how professional you are, the person you carry around, your aura, every other detail you can fit in, right? Now, if all of you are at the same level, in 5 years you're not going to be at the same level, right? Some people are going to go fast, some are going to go gradual, some are going to stay at the same spot. So if you're here and you feel like, you know, you've taken a huge gap, actually, no matter how much you care about the people under, you can't catch up with them down. Catching up with them will be bringing yourself down. So they have the responsibility to catch up. Because actually, you always have catching up to do, because at that top of the mountain is the start of another. So every war is forward.
Yeah.
So that's just how I see it.
Okay. And after they left,
so after they left,
yeah.
For me, when I'm faced with the situation, I take responsibility, I take action. What happened? What's the lesson to learn? What can I do to fix this? What do we do to move? And that's all I've been doing after that. And that's why you see all the progress I've been making. It didn't change the fact that I still wake up every 4 a.m. like a regular job. Music for me is a regular job. That's what people don't realize. I tell people a lot of times that I wake up every 4 a.m. and I'm either studying or investing in myself from 4 to 7, 8. Every day of my life, right? So for me, it's a regular job like every other person who goes to work at, 8, has break at 12, come back at 1, continue till 4. Because after that 8, highest thing I'll do is maybe take breakfast, chill a little. By 9, I'm back, and I'll be taking off from the studio by 4, 5, sometimes up till night, and that's my regular life. So I left every other thing I was doing for music. So I should do it like I mean it. And that's my whole perception. So with them or not, that routine don't stop. And that's why progress for me is inevitable. No matter the speed, progress must come because I don't stop working. And while I was telling you about the catching up, is because I was with a team where a lot of the team players were not upgrading with time. So imagine me waking up every 4. Of course, I'm not studying just about music, or even if I'm working on music, I'm not just making songs. There must be lots of hours I'm putting into understanding who I'm supposed to be as a producer, who I'm supposed to be as a singer, as a performer, as a composer, every other thing you can think of about showbiz, the machine behind. Because we did not go to school for music to understand the basics of it. So I created that for myself. I created a system where, over the years, I can have some classic education about how this business really works. Because I think that's the difference between us and people out there. It's no more about the talent. It's about their understanding of the industry. And that's the gap I've been trying to fill for a while. So it got to the point where I made huge progress with my understanding of music and my growth in music as a musician. So it got to the point where I was here and the majority of the team was somewhere. So at some point, whether you like or not, you have to make a decision. Is it business or is it charity? Are you trying to make progress or you're just trying to move? Movement is different from progress. If I keep going that way and, I'm here and the entire team is not catching up, and sometimes it could be more than just the team catching up. It could also be about the vision. For you to really flow with me or for me to really flow with you and go one direction, we must have a common interest. We must have a level of understanding of what we are doing together. And with this case, the main captain is me. I have a vision. So every other person that's working with me, every other person I'm linked to or connected to, has to be part of that vision. You cannot have your own vision in my vision. That's why it will not be about the best. It will not be about working with the best. It will be about working with people who buy your vision and are ready to get to work and are ready to learn. And with a team like that, progress is inevitable. And of course, a lot of people are saying stuff about my team and stuff. First of all, it concerns nobody. It is my team. It is a team that I've been working with for donkey years. You can't even complain or question it without knowing about the entire movement from way back till now. And there's a lot I can't say here. I can't sit here and start talking about my team as if they've not been part of me. There's a huge part of their life that was with me. But it just got to that point where it was gradually catching up with me. Maybe because I was working so hard and investing too much in myself. And so over the years, my progress was huge. And then the team is not catching up or something. I don't know. I can't explain the details of it. But I just know how I felt over some two years. And I could foresee that if I keep going down that road, that engine might knock because I cannot do it alone. I need a team, and I need a team that's ready, not just skill-wise, but more vision-wise, people who are entrepreneurs, people who have a vision, people who feel like you can achieve your vision by us doing this. It's no more about my thing, it becomes our thing. So to get people like that, it's really not just about the best. It's about the people who can connect to it and carry that vision as if it's theirs, so that we move. And that's just what happened. And it happens to every company, trust me.
After Camille dropped her last song, have you seen some other popping? You go through the comment sections, many people are not pleased, So they're like, go back to Lion, go back to Leo, ask for forgiveness. Maybe he can take you back because you are not it anymore, like you're falling, you see? So my question is this, if these two were to ever come back to you, would you take them back?
Let me tell you something about Mia. I told you in the last interview that when I let go, I let go. And that saying is not just something I heard. That's me talking. And when I say I let go, I'm not talking about letting them go. Me talking about it that deep was me letting go. And somehow, if not, I won't even be talking about it. you know, I just realized that at some point I had to talk to somebody, and you were one of the opportunities that I had to express myself. I was like, okay, maybe I should say something. People should know what happened. So for me, it's no more about what they did. You know, it's past. But of course, if we have to work again, of course, it cannot be the same way. People have to respect terms. People have to respect their position. People have to know who they are. Like, I just don't get it. For example, let's say, Tyke. I've been in the industry years before Tyke came, right? But I know myself enough to accept that right now where Tyke is, and the team he got, and the moves he's making, it's not the same. Now, of course, I'm making a lot of big moves. I'm doing stuff. But when I watch him and I see what he's doing as another Cameroonian, if we meet, I don't mind opening the door. It's about giving respect where it's deserved. You know, you go up, you come down, you go left, you go right. Tyke is Tyke. It doesn't matter when it started. You know, I wish Fish was alive. People would have seen what he would become. By today, I'm sure we'll be talking and eating on the same table, whereas it started yesterday. So it's not about when you started. It's about what you do in the process. And if people just respect themselves enough to know this is my level, and this is what I've done, this is what I want to go, this other person has taken a step ahead. If you can just accept that small difference, it makes life very easy for you, because it takes off the complex, it takes off the ego, it takes off the negativity, and you just exist. You know, it gives you space to do what you want to do, and do it better. Famille Richabo now open the door. It doesn't matter if I'm Mr. Leo, because right now as we're talking, Mr. Leo and Richabo is not the same. Even if I started music before him. So I think if people just respect themselves and respect their position and give respect where they have to, there will be just this smooth, space we're going to create.
So you're just telling us that if they are humble enough, there's a way, there's space for them in lion production, they can always come back.
Why not? Like, right now, we're trying to create an engine where we can literally work with everybody. You know, the idea is not to work alone. The idea is to work with people who got the vision, people who are ready. And of course, once bitten, twice shy. So if you bite me, when it comes to work, I know how to separate personal stuff from business. But of course, I'm going to take into consideration that you beat me before.
Now, looking at the past and everything you've been through, your record label, you grew as an artist, what is that one thing that you wish you hadn't done and it regret until today? When you think about it, you're like, why did I?
One thing I regret?
Yeah.
A lot of times I feel like I'm not giving my kids enough attention. And it hits me hard every day. Really hard. And this is because I believe as a man, I have to find a way for myself so that I can pave a way for them. I have to prepare for them. I'm a man on a mission. And for a few years now, I went so deep into work that I closed up so much that I almost closed off from the world. And that's my own way to get really deep into what I'm trying to do and bring out the best results. I'm building and doing all that. And that's the one thing I cannot fail doing. This very movement, this Mr. Leo, it must succeed. Because if I fail, I'm not just failing myself, I'm failing my family, I'm failing my kids, I'm failing a whole nation, whole continent. So it's bigger than me, it's bigger than my kids, it's bigger than us. So it got to that point where a lot of times I have to choose between, of course there's really no excuse for that, but as a hustler, you're stuck with that sometimes where there's a few years you really have to sacrifice yourself and put yourself first and find that door and open so that after that, you can be of better use to your kids. So for me, that's one thing that hits me hard every day. I'm connected to my kids very much, and we do, we're moving. But I feel like I'm not doing enough just because I'm really stuck trying to create that proper foundation, trying to fix my ship and everything. So imagine I dedicate fully towards them, and then my ship sinks. It's worse. I have to succeed. There is no failing. This particular thing I'm doing, either I do it or die trying.
Now, let me take it to a different direction. Let's talk about relationship. Now, you've been to this girl, gym time, vacation time. Tell us more. How serious is this relationship?
How serious? Is there a word to define how serious a relationship is? If it's serious, it's serious. If it's not serious...
Are you thinking of getting married down the aisle, or...
Thinking of...
Getting married, settling down?
Like, okay, with me, right? I never start a relationship for it to end. So each time I'm getting into a relationship, it's with the forever perception. And that's how it's always been to me. So I'm not starting a relationship and thinking of the end. So now when I see the end, you don't know my reality with my chick, you don't know my reality with my girlfriend, all that. And I strongly believe that, okay, no matter how curious you are, sorry, you're really not going to know because I'm not going to tell you the details of it. That is why it's called my private life, But trust me, what you see is what you see.
But you're flaunting your girl and your man. Majority of your fans are female. Most are questionable. Did you at some point think like, oh, I'm hurting a lot of people, or these females might stop supporting me?
How? Am I dating all my fans? I'm not dating all my fans. So I understand where you're coming from, right?
Yeah.
But like I said, I can't live my life according to what people are going to think. There's some part that really has to be about me. So if I decide to take a good picture of my chick and post because I felt like we were having a nice day, all this bliss and greatness that day, and we feel like maybe we should flaunt a little bit. Okay, we do it. I don't think I owe anybody an explanation for that.
Yeah.
That's why it's called private life. Yeah, that's as much as I can tell you, but there's nothing hiding under the sun. So.
Yeah. Let's talk about her. Whether she has admitted that you're a star, we're still humans, we're women. We always get hate, we always get jealous. How does she feel when fans throw themselves in you? I'm trying to bring the case of Melinda Swan. She's been on your kids for the longest time now. It's just recently that she stopped. Like, Mr. Lee, I love you. Mr. Lee, I dreamt that you're my husband. Mr. Lee.
Who is that?
Melinda Swan.
Yeah?
Yeah, so what was her reaction to all of this?
Yeah. How am I supposed to know? Maybe you should ask her.
Well, you
But look, I appreciate her so much for the cover she did. I appreciate her so much for the effort. And I loved the cover. And like I told you, I did post, but she didn't share. So I felt like maybe I shouldn't continue. You know, I did post about it, and she didn't share, so I stopped. But that has nothing to do with my cheek. It's two different stories.
No, I mean, did your girlfriend,
you know,
how did she react?
Okay, you're asking how my girlfriend felt.
Yeah, another woman is trying
She's my girlfriend, but trust me, she's a G. Alright? She's my girlfriend, but she's a G. Alright? I think she's been around me long enough to understand these things, that I'm an artist and these things will happen. So if you show her that no matter what, she can trust you. If you show her that no matter what, she's the queen. It's the tricky part to prove. But if you succeed proving that, then you have no problem. Because it's going to happen. We can sit here and the next day another video comes out of another person singing one of my songs and talking about me, or a post comes out. It's always going to happen as long as I'm an artist. So I think by now she understands. If you don't understand, of course I understand.